morning, guys. It's a very gloomy, rainy day. I don't even know what the lighting would look like right now. Maybe kind of crazy, maybe not. Sometimes when the sky is like completely gray, the lighting still looks great, but it's a really rainy, gloomy day and I would like to spend it with you. My plan for today is to go back to that book bar that I went to my last video and kind of I want to read and I need to get some work done on my laptop. I kind of just want to spend the entire day there, but I'm kind of worried about seating. I hope that there's good seating and enough seating in there, because apparently in there is always like really crowded, so we'll see how that goes. I don't really have a backup, so I hope it goes well. Also, I mean, I kind of want to go to a cafe anyway because I ran out of milk, so I can't make a matcha at home. So this is my excuse to go buy myself a matcha. I also need to go to Trader Joe's to pick up just a few things, like milk. Anyway, I'm gonna talk a little while I do my makeup. So I basically was gonna do a reading vlog, like finishing my 2024 TBR, or well, the books that I have anyway. But then I started reading the books without you guys, and then I don't know, I wasn't in the mood to be perceived by the internet. Sometimes I can't film. I don't know, I'm just not in great moods. But I read Carrie Soto is Back. Carrie Soto is Back is one of the books on my 2024 TBR, and I finally read it. I feel like everyone has been telling me to read it, and people have been telling me to read it for good reason. It was so amazing, and that's also one of the reasons I was like, I'm just gonna start it now, start it alone, and I could finish it in the video. What had happened was that I basically finished it in one sitting because it was so good. The first 40 pages, I was like, I don't know if I'm into this. Like, it's a lot of tennis talk. I don't know if I could get into this and how much I could be into it. But then when she started to do her first competition, I was locked in. I was like, yeah, like I care. I think it's so interesting how Jenkins Reid can make me interested in reading about tennis. Like, I don't even know how interested I am in watching tennis. Like, sometimes, you know, like the major ones, it's not something that I do very often, but reading about it was so, the way that she wrote it, it was so engaging. And then because I was so locked into this book, one time I went to go wash the dishes and I didn't want to stop reading, so I decided to listen to the audiobook while I was washing the dishes, and the audiobook actually was so good too. Like, there are little sports segments within the book, and for the audiobook they have like the sports segment, like news music, and they just sound like real news reporters, and it was such a good audiobook too. Like, I decided to continue listening while I was reading. I don't know, Jenkins Reid, she really does it every time. There is a connection to this book with Malibu Rising. I think Carrie Soto was first ever mentioned in Malibu Rising, and I didn't really love Malibu Rising because I don't know why I didn't love it. A lot of people love that one and I didn't, but I also read it on vacation. I was in Tulum, Mexico, which is such a beautiful place, so maybe I was just distracted. Now I kind of want to reread it because I feel like I could potentially really like it. I think it's so interesting how Jenkins Reid, she connects all of these books, like Daisy Jones and the Six, Evelyn Hugo, and Malibu Rising, Carrie Soto. All these books are connected basically by Mick Riva, yet he's also kind of the most irrelevant character in all of these books. It's so but it also makes sense because he's kind of a deadbeat in every book. Like, he just passes through every book, but he is the thing that connects literally all of them. Also, Jenkins Reid has this short story. I don't know if a lot of people have read it, but if you haven't, you should. It's called The Evidence of an Affair, The Evidence of a Love, The Evidence of an Affair, I think. And I feel like not enough people talk about this for such a short amount of pages. Obviously, short story. She packed in a lot. And I remember there was so much that I annotated in that little thing. I read on my Kindle. I'm pretty sure it's on Kindle Unlimited. And they were normal people. Like, all of these books that are in the same world, they're basically all celebrities. Evelyn Hugo was an actress. For Malibu Rising, they were like surfers, and Nina was like a swimsuit model or something, and Daisy Jones, musician, and Carrie Soto, she's a famous tennis player. So they're all famous, but these people in the short story, Evidence of a Love Affair, or Evidence of Affair, whatever it is, they were normal people, but they were listening to the radio, and Mick Riva was on the radio, and it's just like, He is everywhere. Like literally not all of her projects, but I think all of her more recent projects connected by McReba, and I think it's so interesting the way how she does it, because he's kind of irrelevant but still so important. Those beauty influencers, I have to give it to them because I can't talk and do this. Like, I keep pausing. Another reading vlog that I wanted to do was a Christmas reading vlog where I finished my Christmas TBR and also like I got things off my Christmas bucket list, but it is gonna be raining like literally all week long. I don't know, something about that is killing the Christmas spirit for me, and lots of these things are outdoors, all of the Christmas markets and stuff, and I just don't know how much I'm gonna do that. But I did read My December Darling. That was one of the things on my Christmas bucket list, and I feel like I've been seeing so many great ratings for it. It was okay. I do love Lauren Asher. I am a fan. I love the Dreamland Billionaire series, and I love the Lakefront one. So far, it's not finished, but I have loved most of her books. This little short, no, it's not a short, it's a novella. This little novella, I don't hate it, but the characters, it's definitely not my favorite thing by her. The characters just piss me off. And I don't want to really spoil anything, even though I don't think this is spoiled. This is at the back of the book, but the main character, she's like back in town because her sister is getting married to her ex-boyfriend, and just first of all, ew, and just the way how all of it like plays out just pissed me off, and like the way that each character acted about that. On like the sister's end, the one that's getting married to the ex-boyfriend, I feel like she was acting a little too entitled. She's like, I gained a boyfriend, but I lost a sister. Like, obviously, don't get married to your sister's ex. Like, what? And then the sister who's like, yeah, I'm good, I'm okay with it. Like, you guys go ahead, I support you, all that. She was still bringing it up constantly, like the fact that she dated him, you know? Even this like new thing she has with the guy, the male main character that she's into, she would like constantly compare it to her ex-boyfriend, which is fine, but like that ex-boyfriend is your sister's husband, so like, girl, stop. I don't know, all that part just gave me the ick. But the male main character, Luke, he was great, and like the actual romance between them I think was good. Just all the backstory was disgusting. I hated it. But anyway, yeah, that was me telling you that I also started the Christmas books without you too. Like every book that I was gonna start for like vlogs, I just read them alone, so that's how that's going. I don't know, I've been weird about filming. Every time I think I want to film something, I'm like, no, maybe I don't, maybe I'm not into that idea, and then I don't. But I'm just filming a little day in my life. We need to pick a new read because I finished My December Darling last night. Have no idea what I'm gonna rate it. Carrie Soto was a 5-star, by the way, like easily. I'm just like thinking about what happened in the end. But anyway, yeah, loved Carrie Soto, hated My December Darling. I don't know if I want to read something Christmassy because I feel like that reading Christmas books was like the only thing that got me into the Christmas spirit. And as soon as I like went back to normal books, I'm out of it again. Like I can't even tell that Christmas is coming up anymore. I'm just not into it anymore. So maybe I'll read something Christmassy. But I also started literally like while I was having breakfast, I started this short story by Frederick Backman. A couple pages in and I already know it's gonna be good. Like I've already annotated something on my Kindle. I think it's on Kindle Unlimited too. The other day, last week, like a couple days ago, I tried to get Gracie Abrams tickets and that was hell, which is kind of, I mean, I guess maybe it's because she doesn't have lots of shows, so like everyone has to just go, well, she doesn't have lots of shows for the deluxe tour or whatever, so everyone has to just go to the couple shows, and that maybe is the problem, because it was more insane to get tickets for this than it was for the Eras tour. I mean, I actually got tickets for the Eras tour, nothing for Gracie, and it's like, it's totally fine. You know what? It's okay. I'll save my money, I guess. But that was an insane experience, because for the pre-sale, when I got to, obviously you go in the queue and whatever, and I had the queue open on 2 different devices, 2 different accounts, for 2 different days, because I just wanted a ticket to one day. Like she has 2 nights in New York, I just wanted one ticket for one day. On one device, I was like 26,000 and something in line, and the other one I was like 55,000 and something in line. So it was just like, yeah, this is starting to feel impossible. But the one for 26,000 obviously started going down. I get to 312. I'm like, okay, maybe there's hope. And then literally at 312, because as you get down to those kind of numbers, it starts going faster. But then at 312, like, and this is like 20 something minutes into the sale, there's a pop-up that says the pre-sale ended and come back tomorrow for general sale. And then general sale ended up only being resale tickets, so it was a mess. I got nothing. Maybe next year I'll try to buy a resale ticket or something. It all depends, but yeah, for now, just gonna put that at the back of my mind and listen to the music on Spotify. It's totally fine. One thing I will say about it is like buying tickets for concerts like so in advance, like I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing next year in July or where I'm gonna be. I mean, obviously, if I'm still living here, it's just like, yeah, whatever, I have the ticket, I get on a train and I go, but I don't know, or am I gonna be traveling? Like, I don't know. So maybe it's low-key a blessing that I didn't get it, because who knows what's gonna happen. All right, I'm gonna finish my makeup and finish getting ready and shut up now. My entire outfit is H&M, these jeans, this sweater, including the jacket I'm about to put over this and the scarf. So H&M for everything, and then the shoes are Doc Martens. I haven't worn these shoes in like a year. Like I used to wear them very often. I haven't worn them in a year, and so obviously they were broken in, but now I feel like I'm worried that it's gonna feel like they're brand new again. A winter fit will never eat, and I stand by that. The last Amazon order that I did screams that I'm trying to get my life together. It screams the new year is coming in, and I have new year resolutions, the very basic ones. I mean, these are all things that I think I do well. I just bought a few things to help me out. So the first thing that I got is this Stanley cup, and I think I was pretty good at getting enough water throughout the day, but I kind of just wanted a cup for my bedside table and like use my bigger bottle for when I'm like going to the gym, going out and stuff like that. But I just wanted a cup, and I don't know, I like sipping from a straw. I feel like it's easier for me to get enough water in when I'm just sipping from a straw. So I got this 30-ounce one, and it's the color almond something. Anyway, yeah, I got one of those. This is such a simple thing. A lot of people probably use these. Changed my life. Like, I've been sleeping with this eye mask on, and it literally blocks out everything and it knocks me out. I didn't realize like how much the light in my room was affecting my sleep, and I have these like really light curtains, and I was just always too lazy to like get blackout curtains or anything. Also, I don't think I would like the look of blackout curtains, so I just always left it, and I didn't realize how much all this light was like deteriorating my sleep. Also, I always have the urge to, I don't know, because I'm so restless, if I am lying down for even 1 minute without being as fully asleep, I'll just open my eyes again and go on my phone, something. But when this is literally like trapping my eyes shut, I have no choice but to just lay there, and I fall asleep a lot faster with this, and I've just been in such deep sleep. So I know I'm late. This is not a new invention. I just never thought that I needed it. Clearly I did. Oh, another thing I got is my alarm clock that I showed this morning. I love this thing so far because I have been using my phone as an alarm for all my life, basically. And well, when I was younger, my parents, and then when I became a teenager, my phone. Basically all my life, never had an official alarm clock, and I cannot for the life of me just take off the alarm and put my phone away. I always have to check emails. I always have to do something on my phone. I'm really bad about not going on my phone in the morning. It like every day for most of my life, it's the first thing that I do. I answer texts and I check emails and all that. So I've been sleeping with my phone on the other side of the room. I have this alarm, I take it off, and the first thing I reach for is my Kindle or whatever I'm reading, and definitely a game changer, and it's helping me. And it also, when I'm not going on my phone, I get up quicker, if that makes sense. Obviously it makes sense. This is nothing new or life-changing for any normal person, but clearly it's life-changing for me. I feel like I don't realize how impactful these really tiny things can actually be. I feel like people try to tell me all the time, and I'm just like, is it that deep? Like, we live in a modern world where I use my phone for my alarm. Is it that deep? Yeah, it really is. The next thing I got were some journals. I bought this 2-pack. This came in a 2-pack. I don't know where the next one is because I'm gonna use one at a time. I decided to get this like really tiny like pocket journal to use as a commonplace book. I've been looking up lots of videos and seeing people talk about commonplace books, and I've kind of just wanted to keep one myself, because when I think about it, like, my notes app is equivalent to a commonplace book, or my screenshots folder on my phone equivalent to a commonplace book. It's basically like a little book where you keep with you at all times, and you can write down literally anything that you want. Quotes, lists, different like things you see out while you're out and you just want to write it down, something that inspired you, like literally anything. And as I said, I feel like we have been practicing this in a very different modern way, which is our notes app. I feel like there's that meme about how a girl's notes app is like her real diary, her real journal, because sometimes when you're out and you don't have your journal, something comes to mind, you just put it in your notes app, and that's like the essence of this. And yeah, I feel like it's something I've already been doing, and now my screenshots folder can like it could not be as crowded, and also my notes app too can not be as crowded. And I just love to journal. I do love physical things. I love writing things down, so I decided to try this one out. But yeah, what I was saying is I just bought the most random brand of this. It's like called Paperage or something on Amazon, and I realized that I actually really liked how it felt. Yeah, it's called Paperage. I really liked how it felt, and the material of the pages, and like the thickness of the pages. And this brand is like pretty cheap. The one that I'm accustomed to using is Leuchtturm. It's a German brand of journals. I feel like it's very popular. My best friend's German. She's either gonna be proud of how I pronounce that or really embarrassed for me. Anyway, that brand of journals is like sold everywhere, Barnes & Noble, McNally, Jackson's, and everything. But like one A5 journal is like $25, and sometimes I know McNally for sure like upcharges it for like $32 or something like that. And I realized that this was basically the same thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, so I just got these two in the A5 size too. I got it in this color, like this orangish color, they call it marigold, and then this like berry pink color, they call this one raspberry, I think. So one of these, this one is just gonna be for me to like write down my thoughts and like everything that, just everything, just writing, mindless writing things, something that I do a lot actually, mornings, nights. Yeah, something I do a lot. And then this one I think is gonna be more of like a scrapbook type of journal, things with pictures and stuff, and I'm gonna have like reading journal pages. I don't think I'm gonna do a full-on reading journal, but I will have reading journal pages in here, and that's something that I could film. That could be fun. But yeah, like reading journal, and also something for like monthly memories, like these kind of mood board type of journals. I'll try to insert pictures. I don't know if I'm like making any sense, but seriously, the difference between these and, wait, let me get it. Yeah, this is the brand that I'm talking about. Oh, it's like on there, like you can barely see that, but I'll put the name of it here. I feel like we've all seen this journal in like bookstores and stuff, and I feel like the biggest difference with it is that this one has 251 pages, and I'm okay with that because, oh, here it is. I don't actually need 251 pages because I've had this journal since 2020, the beginning of 2023. That's when I got this one, and I still have like this much left. So this is like 2 years worth of me writing, and it's because I'm like on and off with it. Sometimes when I'm doing really well, I don't write anything, and 2023 was a really good year for me. This is mostly 2024, which was a bad year, and I kind of just wanted to move on. Like, I'm still gonna use these pages for like random things. Obviously, I am always writing something now. I'm not gonna waste it. But I kind of just wanted to move on from this one. 2025, it's a new year. So I just didn't want my 2025 thoughts to be attached to 2024 because it was a horrible year. So yeah, I got these new journals. I also got this Topicals lip balm, and I feel like I've tried all of the popular lip balms now. I've tried Summer Fridays, Rhode, Laneige, and unfortunately I think this is my least favorite one. Summer Fridays cannot be matched. It can't be topped. Like, that one is the smoothest one. My biggest issue with this is that it's really sticky. I'm still gonna use it. I probably will never repurchase it though. And the mint scent is not very strong, which is fine. I mean, that could be better for some people if that's what you're into, but the mint one that I had in the Summer Fridays, it's so good. As you can see, I loved it. The scent is amazing and it's so smooth and not sticky at all. I don't really love the stickiness of this, and I found a way that could help that is like putting my moisturizer on my lips first and then putting this over it. That's what I do at night, but I don't put my moisturizer on my lips during the daytime because I'm gonna go eat and I could potentially be eating my moisturizer. But yeah, that's a hack. If I had to rate them, I would say, actually, would I put this above Rhode? I actually think I would put this above Rhode. It's definitely Summer Fridays, then Laneige, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. My biggest thing with Laneige, it's just the smallest one. It's like the least product for your money, I think. But it's just tiny. It finishes too fast for me. So Summer Fridays, Laneige, Topicals, and then Rhode. Rhode's just not for me. I kind of think I have a reaction to it. But one of the colors of Rhode is like my favorite lip color ever, the raspberry jelly one. So anyway, yeah, that's a random lip balm review. And now I'm gonna go leave the house. I feel like I'm stalling because it's literally raining. But I did plan to go out in the rain, so I don't know what's my issue. I just wish it was a sunny day. I'm trying to pick a book to read. This is on my December TBR. Not really in the mood for it. I don't know what it is with me and YA lately. The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest I bought for fall, never read it. Kind of would be down to read it now. Just reading the couple pages of the short story by Frederick Backman. It's called The Answer Is No. Yes, that's what it's called. It kind of made me want to continue the Beartown series. Beartown was such a good read for like winter, cold weather, gloomy weather. Like, that was the perfect weather for Beartown, so I'm guessing that it would be the perfect weather to continue the series, but like, I have a long winter ahead of me anyway. Also, kind of randomly have the urge to read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I was about to say Christina Forrest. The only thing is that I don't know if I need to be sad right now. I don't know what's gonna go down in this one. If it's anything like the first book, I'm gonna be sad. And then this one, everyone says is like really sad. And I know Kristen Hanna's writing the two books that I've read for her so far. There's either this like sad feeling or just feeling hopeless. And even though it wraps up well enough, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that right now. Or maybe I should read a Christmas book. The last Christmas book on my physical TBR is Most Wonderful by Georgia Clark. The book that I bought just for the cover. I wish you could respond like right now. I think I'm more leaning towards these though. Not gonna lie to you. Another thing is I just don't want to hold this in my bag right now. Laziness. I think I'm gonna go with this one because, as I said, I feel like I still have time. A little bit of time until Christmas to read this one. And this one was on my fall TBR, so maybe I should read it. And I kind of am in the mood for this for some reason. It's been calling my name. Also, I saw Bryn read this and she gave it a really good review, so as I predicted, there was no seating in there, but it's completely fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. It's honestly kind of a nice day because it's really not that cold at all. It's just rainy, a little bit windy, but I'm fine. yeah, when I figure it out, I'll let you know. I'm literally just sitting on the side here. And it's just a light drizzle, nothing crazy. I even know how much you can hear me with this mic. I hope it works well. But yeah, I will let you know when I figure it out. Today was a weird day. Nothing really went as planned. Shocker. But when nothing goes as planned for me, I'm like, this is a slight inconvenience. Maybe I should buy myself a book. So in McNally Jackson's, I got Real by Kennedy Ryan. I've heard great things from both Shaughnessy and Rosalie, so yeah. And the plot of this just sounds so interesting, and this is also a very gorgeous cover. Like walking around, I feel like I've been in bookstores a lot lately, and I always look at this and I'm like, I'm gonna get that soon. And so I got it today. I feel like I do that sometimes. Like I need to look at it in a bookstore 5 different times before I actually buy it, and then I know I really, really want it. So yeah, I got that, and I just went to Trader Joe's to like pick up a few things that I needed. After I couldn't get a seat in the place that I actually wanted to be at to sit down, read, do some stuff, I was gonna walk to a different coffee shop, but then I saw that they didn't have good seating, and then one of the places that I found that had good seating, very nice seating, it was actually really cute in there too. I bought that croissant and a matcha, and it was both really disgusting. I don't know, the place was kind of, it just pissed me off that what I just spent money on was kind of gross. The matcha wasn't good. The croissant was a little bit stale. Like, I just need to leave. The vibes were off. Right where I was the Muji store, so I just went to pick up pens. Very random. Every time I'm around that store, I just go like re-up on the pens that I want, and I did want some colored ones. I stopped into a couple stores that I didn't really film because it was just so crowded in that like Soho area, and I was looking for jeans and just none of them were working out. Like, and then I went to Target. I was like, Target has never done me wrong. I've gotten a couple things from Target before. And the one jeans that I tried on, they looked so good on the hanger, and then they looked absolutely insane on me. I don't know if it's just me, if I should just give up on jeans, stick to like trousers or something, but it's just jeans in the winter is better. It keeps me warmer. The denim industry needs to take a look in the mirror and fix themselves, because I don't think I have a single pair of jeans that's comfortable and flattering. If they're comfortable, they're not flattering. If they're flattering, they're not comfortable. Today, I was in a, well, in my own opinion, my own humble opinion, I was in flattering jeans. It's not comfortable. Anyway, yeah, today was a weird day. A random, rainy, gloomy, weird. I was trying to make the most of like the rainy, gloomy day, but the universe had other plans for me. I have no idea what I'm gonna do now. Actually, I'm going to read now, since I didn't really get a chance to sit down and read, and I really want to. I didn't start The Neighbor Fever because I didn't finish the short story. That one is just like a couple pages left. I was reading it a little bit on train, so I'm gonna finish that up, and then I'll come back to you when my mind is clear. I'm gonna miss having a little piece of chocolate every day when this is over. We should get advent calendars for every month, or no, we should do it for our birthdays. I was just about to say up until the day of your birthday, but it's gonna be sad for whoever's born on the 1st, 2nd, the 3rd, Actually, like the first 10 days, within the first 10 days, I was born on the 23rd, so it would literally be exactly this, minus 1 day. But maybe I should make that for myself. April 1 to 23, and I get 23 chocolates. Anyway. I think these are antlers. I don't know. I feel like I've given up on trying. I've been having this urge to rearrange my room, and it would be really dumb. And there's only like literally one way that I could do it. And it's to, I'm gonna show you after, but it's like to put the bed this way. It's just because I don't want my headboard against a wall because the people in this building are really loud. And so every time they like bang on their whatever, actually I don't know what they're doing, whatever they're doing, it affects me and my headboard because it's like on the wall. But honestly, it only makes sense this way. I also get the urge to rearrange my room when I'm like not feeling too good mentally. I remember when I had a way bigger apartment and a way bigger room and the living room was all mine and all up to me. I used to rearrange like my living room and my bedroom constantly. My couch would go in like 3 different places. And also that apartment was just so huge and it would work every time, but it was unnecessary. My bedroom, I used to rearrange it a lot. I used to buy new furniture, new little tables. I feel like anytime I told my friends what I'm doing, that I'm like rearranging my apartment, they know. They know that I'm not doing well. But this one is actually also because of like I don't want my headboard to be on against the wall because people, they're always like rattling. I don't know, it's not even really their fault. Well, it's slightly their fault. They could just like chill out, but also these walls are just way too thin, like, paper thin. It's really bad. I have no idea how this is even, what do they build this place with, and is it legal? Oh my god, yesterday I was showing my sister my new celebrity crush. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I was showing my sister my new celebrity crush. Well, the latest one. I feel like I've always had a celebrity crush all my life since I was a child watching the Jonas Brothers, you know? Anyway, Team Joe, by the way. Anyway, I was showing my sister my latest celebrity crush, and she looks at him and she goes, "Oh, that seems like your type. You seem to be into guys with receding hairlines." I don't know if I should be insulted or if every guy I've ever had a celebrity crush on should be insulted, or even if the guys in real life that I've had crushes on should be insulted. Like, what did she, I couldn't even like ask her what she meant by that, because one, it was hilarious. I could not stop laughing. Like, what do you mean my type is men with receding hairlines? Should I be offended by that? And is it true? Anyway, we're gonna just why would she say that? I just randomly got the worst back pain ever. And it went away. I think maybe it was my posture or the fact that I went to the gym yesterday and my form's probably bad, or probably a mixture of both, but it went away and I went to go take a shower. I feel like everything that goes wrong lately, I've been taking a shower. I mean, I shower with really hot water, so my skin's probably gonna fall off. Speaking of showers, this is so random, but in one of Heather McLary's vlogs for Vlogmas, she was talking about how she only does like candlelit showers, and I thought that that was such a nice way to like make the shower like more cozy. I know a lot of people make their baths really cozy. I hate taking baths. I will never take a bath. Anyway, and I wanted to do that for my shower too, although I don't have enough candles to light up my entire bathroom. But then I remembered my bathroom literally has 2 different lights. It has like the overhead really aggressive lighting, and then there's these 2 little things on the other side of the bathroom that are like lamps. It gives the same amount of light as like the lamp in my bedroom, and so when I'm in the shower and the shower curtain is like drawn, it's just the perfect dim light. So I've been using only that lately. It honestly does make a difference. Like, it's such a vibe in there. It's so much more relaxing and I don't feel like I'm being rushed. Actually, maybe when I'm actually in a rush, I should put on the intense overhead light that isn't fun. Anyway, that was like really random. I finished the short story, by the way. It was about this man who likes to be alone. He just 100% likes to be alone. He thinks that that's his like answer to happiness, just being alone. He thinks bringing other people into his life is just going to be a recipe for a disaster. So when all of his neighbors keep knocking on his door and talking to him and harassing him, he's just like, he's being driven crazy and he just wants to be alone. And it's a little story that just got so ridiculous as it went on. It just got more and more ridiculous. But I think it's interesting because I'm pretty sure the things that I've heard about a man called Ove, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but the things I've heard about that is that the main character in that story is like a lonely old man. And then the things that I've heard about anxious people is that it's a story that's like really ridiculous, but it has this like underlying meaning to it. Like, it's more meaningful when you like get the big picture of things. And that's what I think about this story. It's about a lonely man, but he loves being alone. And it was a really ridiculous story that just continued to be so much more ridiculous every page that I turned on my Kindle. It was kind of crazy, but it was also kind of fun. Like, I was actually kind of laughing out loud. I don't really laugh out loud at a lot of books, so I decided to give it 4 stars. I feel like it's interesting to me when people say they can't rate novellas. Like, did you like it or not? I understand on some level because a lot of novellas aren't very, I mean, this is a short story, not a novella, but any kind of short story, novella, anything like that, people don't like to rate them. Like, maybe it's because they aren't developed enough. You don't get this like really big world being built or anything. I don't know, maybe that's why. I'm not sure. If you're someone who doesn't rate short stories or novellas, tell me why. I would like to know because I don't get it. But I was talking about that short story by Taylor Jenkins Reid earlier, and that's one of the best short stories I've ever read. Like, it packed a punch. It was like 80 something pages, I think. I really like that one. I would recommend that one. I would recommend this one by Frederick Backman too. It's pretty good. You know what else I don't understand? Actually, I think I understand this one a little bit more, but people, when they say they don't rate memoirs and stuff like that and anything that's like autobiographical, maybe I'm evil, but I do rate them. And I'm not, I know some people say they don't want to rate someone's like life. It's like, I get that side of it, but I'm not rating the person's life. Like, when I read Jeanette McCurdy's memoir about how horrible her mother treated her, I wasn't saying 5 stars to that, 5-star life. That's not what I was saying. Obviously, I was giving 5 stars to the way that it was written, the way that she told the story, the way that on one page she can have me crying and sobbing, and then on the next page, like, I'm actually laughing because she is so funny, and her storytelling was amazing and it deserved a 5-star. Like, and then like on the opposite end, Dolly Alderton, I really didn't like her book, Everything I Know About Love. I rated it 1 star because I don't like the list that she put in there. I don't like her mac and cheese recipe. Like, it just felt a little silly to me, but I wasn't rating her life 1 star. Definitely her mac and cheese recipe. Anyway, yeah, I rate memoirs too. Maybe I'm just a little evil. I started watching Challengers while I was eating dinner. All I had for dinner was some honey barbecue glazed chicken fingers. It's just that kind of night, okay? Like, it's just that kind of night. But while I was eating that, I started Challengers. I still haven't seen it yet. And it says 2024 on the thing. For some reason, it feels like that movie came out 2 years ago. Like, that movie was this year. That does not feel real. It just made me think about Barbie. Barbie was last year. That also feels like 5 years ago. I have no concept of time, but yeah, I'm gonna I'm just gonna chill in bed. I'm going into bed a little early because the back pain. I'm gonna watch Challengers. It seems pretty cool so far. Speaking of Challengers, the same director of Challengers directed Queer that has Drew Starkey in it, and I need to go into cinemas and watch it. Like, I keep forgetting, but I need to go to cinemas. I need to go watch Drew Starkey's new movie. I feel like I need to put that money directly into his pockets. No, I'm kidding. But I'm really interested. It looks good. And Call Me By Your Name is one of my favorite movies ever. And it's so funny because I don't even like that book. Sorry to the book. But I love that movie. Anyway, random movie rants.